Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to Coral Seymour Memorial Park here in beautiful Kenai, Alaska, as the Chinooks take on the Kenai Peninsula Oilers in this fourth matchup of a five-game stretch here in Kenai. So, as the players warm up, let me set the lineups for you. First for the Oilers, leading off is the third baseman, Cole Moore. At shortstop, batting second is number 24, Trevor Antonsen. At second, batting third, John Olmsted. In the cleanup spot for the Oilers, the left fielder, Garrett Pennington. Batting fifth, the center fielder, Dylan Ditzenberger. The designated hitter tonight for the Oilers, number 29, John Hanley. In right field, number 19, Ben Grunberg. Behind the plate, batting eighth, number 10, Taylor Johnson. And at first, number 6, Henry Nowicki in the 9-hole. And starting on the mound for the Oilers tonight is number 17, Ben Briggs. And so with that, the leadoff hitter once again for the Chinooks, after batting second yesterday, is John Mark Mullins, as he takes that one for called strike one. So thank you all for joining me once again. My name is Aaron Davis, and I've been calling this stretch of games here in Kenai while my partner Tyler Lopes is away, as that one is ripped into right field for a base hit. So John Mark Mullins with a leadoff single. And that will bring up the third baseman for the Chinooks, number 7, Pate Fullerton, who's since his return been hot, and so he finds himself in the 2-hole tonight, as Mullins takes his lead at first, and that one is fouled off and out of play. So I do appreciate your support once again. I know it's not exactly what you've been used to, whether that be good or bad, with Tyler gone. But I hope you have enjoyed this time that I have had with you guys. So the 0-1 pitch to Fullerton here. Downstairs for ball one. So with no outs here, Mullins at first base. And Pate Fullerton, one of the hotter hitters for the Chinooks, at the plate. And the 1-1 pitch swung on and ripped into right field. Mullins taking a turn at second, and he will stay there. So back-to-back singles to start this game off for the Chinooks. And they are in business early, as number 35, first baseman Josh Scheck, steps up for the Chinooks, who has moved up to the 3-hole tonight after a good hitting performance last night. He had a big double that started a rally, and then a big 2-run home run that got the Chinooks back in the game last night, as he takes that one for called strike one. So the 0-1 pitch to Scheck is downstairs for ball one. So coming into this stretch here, the Chinooks had been winners of 6 straight, as that one is swung on and missed by Scheck. But the Oilers have been very hot since the Chinooks got down here and have taken the first 3 games of this series. So Mullins gets a generous lead at second, and that pitch is outside for ball 2. And the count moves even at 2-2 here. So for those of you just joining us, John Mark Mullins led off this game with a single into right field, followed by another one as Mullins takes off for third. A swing and a miss from Scheck, and Mullins swipes third. Excuse me. So Scheck goes down, swinging on kind of a defensive swing there, almost just looking to protect Mullins. But Mullins swipes second. And John Mark Mullins swipes third, and Pate Fullerton slides over to second. So with one out here, runners on second and third, and Johnny Graham steps up to the plate as that one's in there for called strike 1. And that one is downstairs as the count moves even at 1-1. So we have one out here. Chinooks looking to jump on top early with 2 runners in scoring position and only 1 out, as that one is high and inside for ball 2. So good eye from Graham there, working the count here from the starter tonight for the Oilers, who is number 17, Ben Briggs. That one is ripped into left field. He's going to make the play, but tagging is Mullins, and he will come in to score. So the Chinooks take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first, and they've got an opportunity to do some more damage as Pate Fullerton still stands at second base as Colby Ferris comes up to the plate. As that one is swung on and missed. So the Chinooks once again striking first. As that one is high and inside, but swung on and missed by Colby Ferris. So 0-2. Now the count to Ferris as he is down early in this count. And that one is tapped over to right field, and Olmsted settles under it to make the catch, and the side is retired, but not before the Chinooks strike for 1. So going into the bottom of the first here, the Chinooks lead 1-0. And we are back here in the bottom of the first on the Chinooks Radio Network here on YouTube. So let me set the defense for the Chinooks here, defense and lineup. Leading off is the shortstop, John Mark Mullins. And in the 2-hole, the third baseman, number 7, Pate Fullerton. At first, number 35, Josh Scheck. The designated hitter tonight in the cleanup spot, number 22, Johnny Graham. In center field, once again, is number 25, Colby Ferris. Catching is number 17, Matt Magno. At second is Cal Campbell. In left, the Chugiak, Alaska native, number 9, Justin Nevels. And in right, once again, is number 24, Leo Harris. And on the mound for the Chinooks tonight, making, I believe, his third appearance of the season here. His third appearance on the mound, I should say, is number 12, Hayden Keller. So this is his first start of this season with the Chinooks. So obviously he's made a few appearances as a reliever, but yet to start a game on the mound. So we'll see how he's able to transition into this role for the night. And leading off for the Oilers is number 14, Cole Moore, as that one is taken downstairs for ball 1. So the 1-0 from Keller, upstairs, ball 2. So Keller down quickly here, 2-0 to Cole Moore, as Keller looks to settle in here and find the zone. And a good pitch there on the outside corner for called strike 1. So a good bounce back pitch there from Keller. To the leadoff here in the bottom of the first. As that one is in the dirt and gets by Magno. As count moves to 3-1, so a good hitter's count for Cole Moore here. He'll definitely be looking for one pitch in this situation, while Keller looks to bounce back in the at-bat. As 3-1 pitch, swung on and tapped straight up. Going to be a tough play for Mullins. He fields it and fires onto first, and he beat it. He beat Cole Moore just barely there. Great play from Mullins on a soft ground ball up the middle. As Mullins fields it cleanly and off of 1 foot fires it over to first for the first out of the inning.
Now batting for the Oilers, number 24, Trevor Antonsen.
So that'll bring up the shortstop with 1 out here, number 24, Trevor Antonsen. As that one is high for ball 1. As the 1-0 is outside for ball 2. So the 2-0 pitch is outside as the count moves to 3-0. So for those of you watching, I do apologize for the poor video quality, as I'm streaming through a window and then a big net behind home plate, as that one's in there for called strike 1. So I know the viewing quality isn't spectacular, but I hope I am able to make up for that a little bit with my play-by-play, as that one is tapped straight back and out of play as the count moves full. So the 3-2 pitch swung on and fouled back once again and out of play.
That foul ball brought to you by Cameron Fry.
So the 3-2 once again from Keller. A breaking ball in there for called strike 3. And Antonsen clearly did not agree with that one as he had taken off to first, but a good breaking ball there from Keller. Gets Antonsen looking, so 2 down in the bottom of the first here.
Number 7, Johnny Olmstead.
And that'll bring up number 7, Johnny Olmstead, the second baseman tonight. As that one is in there for called strike 1. So Keller struggling to find the zone just a bit, but executing nevertheless, as that one is high and inside as Olmstead jumps out of the way as the count moves even at 1-1. So the 1-1 pitch from Keller is just a bit upstairs. He didn't miss that one by a whole lot, but the count moves to 2-1. So the 2-1 to Olmstead. A breaking ball, looks like a slider there, just misses the outside corner. As the count moves to 3-1. So another good hitter's count here. And 3-1 is downstairs. So 2-out walk for Johnny Olmstead. And that'll bring up number 18.
Now batting for the Oilers. Number 18,
Garrett Pennington. As Olmstead takes his lead at first now. As that one is tapped high and deep down the right field line, but drifting well out of play for a long strike 1. So the 0-1 to Pennington. Swung on and driven straight up the middle, but snagged by Cal Campbell as he drops down to a knee to grab the line drive out of the air. So that will retire the side for the Oilers. So heading into the top of the second here, the Chinooks hang on to a 1-0 lead. And we are back here in the top of the second as Matt Magno leads off and rips that one down the third base line, but foul. So a good swing there from Magno, but foul for strike one. As that one is tapped high and floating down over by the first base line as Nowicki goes over to make a play, but it tails over into the stands, so Magno stays alive and the count moves to 0-2. So Magno down quickly here, 0-2, but seeing the ball well, he's fouled 2 off. And that one is way upstairs for ball 1. So the 1-2 to Magno. Swung on and fouled off and out of play. As Magno stays alive, spoiling that pitch there from Briggs. And the count is 1-2. That one is ripped into left center field. But drifting over to make the catch is Garrett Pennington. So 1 down for the Chinooks here in the top of the second.
Number 20, Cal Campbell.
And that brings up second baseman Cal Campbell, who's certainly seen a jump in playing time recently, as he's been swinging the bat very well. As that one is ripped up the middle, but Olmstead is able to come up and snag it before it hits the ground, so Cal Campbell lines out for the second out of the inning. So 2 outs, Justin Neville steps up to the plate as he takes that one inside for ball 1. So 2 quick outs here for the Chinooks, but 2 very solid swings nevertheless, as that one is outside for ball 2. They are certainly seeing the ball well tonight and putting some good contact on the ball, as that one is fouled off the foot of Neville's for strike 1. As the umpire goes out to talk to the pitcher and give Neville's just a second to walk it off.
Sharon, do we have split the pot right now?
We will. She's going to wait till a few more people got here and then start.
Okay.
So 2-1 now to Neville's. We have 2 outs here. And a breaking ball in there for called strike 2. As count moves even at 2-2. So 2-2 pitch from Briggs. Tapped foul down the third base line as the Chinooks dugout comes out to grab the ball. So 2-2 still to Neville's. That one is tapped high and straight back out of play, as Neville's is able to stay alive. So a good at-bat here from Neville's, as he's certainly making Briggs work for it a little bit here, as this will now be the 7th pitch of the at-bat. And that one misses inside, so the count moves full. And a good eye from Neville's there. So the 3-2 pitch to Neville's. Swung on, tapped over to third. Moore fields it and fires over to first. So the Chinooks go down 1-2-3, but not without putting some good contact on the ball. But they'll go into the bottom of the second here, looking to hang on to this 1-0 lead. And we are back here in the bottom of the second as Dylan Ditzenberger steps up to the plate for the Oilers, and that one is fouled down the third baseline over by the Chinooks bullpen. So Keller up 0-1 here on Ditzenberger. As that one misses for ball one. So 1-1 now, as that one is upstairs. And the 2-1 misses outside. So another good hitter's count here, as once again Keller struggling just a little bit to find the zone, as that one is fouled back and out of play. Keller's certainly gotten the job done so far, not allowing a hit yet through 1 1/3, but certainly not being efficient with it, as that one is fouled off and the count remains at 3-2. So another 3-2 pitch. Just misses inside as Ditzenberger earns a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the second. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, John Hanley. With no outs here, as Ditzenberger gets his lead at first. As that breaking ball misses low for ball one. And outside for ball two. So Keller in danger of allowing free runners here off of walks, as that one is high and inside for ball three. So 3-0 to John Hanley here, as Keller looking to settle down just a little bit and find the zone a little bit, dial it in. 3-0 is in there for a called strike one, so good bounce back pitch there. As the count moves to 3-1 on Hanley. As that one is fouled off right into the catcher's mitt for strike two. So good job there from Keller to pound the strike zone as the count moves to 3-2. And in there for a called strike three. So a big strikeout there from Keller, as now a ground ball can get him out of this inning. So with one out, that brings up the right fielder, Ben Grunberg, for the Oilers. So that one is tapped down the third baseline, or excuse me, the first baseline, and out of play. So 0-1 to Grunberg here, as Ditzenberger gets his lead at first. And he takes off as that one is driven into the gap. Going to be a tough play for Mullins. He fires over to first, and he beat it. He beat Grunberg on the throw. So a great play from Mullins there as Ditzenberger had taken off. So Mullins moving to cover, but recovers.
Now batting for the Oilers, number 10.
Fields it cleanly and
Taylor Johnson.
makes the throw over to first. And a nice scoop from Josh Scheck. Gets Grunberg for the second out of the inning. So the runner does advance over to second. But 2 outs now to Taylor Johnson, the catcher, as that one misses upstairs for ball 1. So the 1-0 to Johnson here is swung on and missed. A good pitch there from Keller to even the count at 1-1. So the 1-1 pitch here to Johnson. Breaking ball looked like that just missed inside. Not a bad pitch there from Keller. Trying to get Johnson to swing there, but nothing doing as the count moves to 2-1. So Ditzenberger gets his lead at second. And the 2-1 to Johnson. It got him. Looked like right on the hip there. So he will take first on the hit by pitch.
Now batting for the Oilers, number 6, Henry Novicki.
And that brings up the first baseman, Henry Novicki, as he swings and misses on that first pitch. That one is fouled high down the left field line and well out of play.
Ball brought to you by Karen and Eric Ryder.
So 0-2 here for Keller. To Henry Novicki. As that one misses upstairs, not a bad idea for Keller there. Trying to get Novicki to chase the high heater, but good eye from Novicki and a good job to hold, so the count moves to 1-2. And a big swing and a miss there, so Keller gets out of it once again after the leadoff walk from Ditzenberger and the 2-out hit by pitch from Johnson. Keller able to get Novicki down on strikes, so he gets out of the jam, and the Chinooks head into the top of the third, hanging on to a 1-0 lead. And we are back here in the top of the third as Ben Briggs back out for the Oilers on the mound. And that brings up Leo Harris for the Chinooks. So that one is outside for ball one. So Harris, with a few good swings that resulted just in flyouts last night, leading up to what was a huge 3-run bomb in the 6th inning that started a rally for the Chinooks that came up just short as they fell 9-10 to the Oilers. As that one is taken downstairs, and the count moves to 2-1. So Harris clearly swinging the bat well right now, as that one is fouled off behind the catcher for strike two. So 2-2 now to Leo. Breaking ball just catches the outside corner there. So Harris goes down looking for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, number 15, John Mark Mullins.
And that'll bring up John Mark Mullins, who singled in his first at-bat and then stole third after being moved over by Pate Fullerton. And then eventually came in to score the lone run of this game so far off of a sacrifice fly from Johnny Graham. So Mullins looking to stay hot here as the 1-0 pitch inside once again for ball two. So good hitters count here for Mullins, who is hitting in the left-handed batter's box against the right-handed Briggs, as that one is outside and the count moves to 3-0. So Briggs struggling to find the zone a little bit here. As the 3-0's in there for called strike one. So Mullins here certainly looking for one pitch to hit. It's got to be right there. And he fouls that one down the first base line. A good swing on it, but pulled it well foul. So count full now, as that catches the inside corner for strike three. So back-to-back strikeouts here for Ben Briggs, as he catches the corner there for 2 strikeouts.
Now batting, Pate Fullerton.
And that'll bring up the third baseman, Pate Fullerton, as he takes that one for called strike one. He singled his first time up, but was stranded on second. So the 0-1 here is outside for ball one. So 1-1 out of Fullerton, as that one misses low for ball two. So good eye there to work the count for Fullerton. And he takes that one outside for ball three. So Fullerton tonight with some interesting accessories. He's got an arm sleeve and a batting glove only on his right arm, as that one is ripped into the stands down the first base line. But Fullerton's got a arm sleeve and a batting glove only on his right arm, and then tape around his left wrist. So I know different players have different ways they like to prepare for a game, and apparently that's the way he likes it best. So a walk there from Fullerton, a 2-out walk.
For the Chinooks, number 35, Josh Scheck.
I know with some accessories like that, it's always just what makes a player most comfortable and what they feel they are able to perform the best in, and so, or maybe sometimes what they think they look the best in, as a pick over to first as Fullerton makes it back safely. But you'll see a variety of different things with arm sleeves or guards, as that one's outside for ball 2, and Johnson goes out to discuss things with Briggs, as the count now 2-0 to Scheck after the 2-out walk from Fullerton. But some players will wear sleeves, some players will wear arm or shin guards, some players wear batting gloves, some prefer no batting gloves. So it's all just a matter of personal preference, and as I said, what you feel you perform the best in. So the 2-0 here to Scheck is breaking ball inside. Good eye from Scheck there as count moves to 3-0. And that one just catches the outside corner. And Scheck that was ball 4, but he steps back in as the count moves to 3-1. As that one is ripped down the first base line, but foul. So full now to Josh Scheck. So paid Fullerton here with 2 outs and a full count will more than likely be taking off, and he does, as that one is fouled off again down the first base line. So good job from Briggs to fight back from the 3-0 count, as he's worked it back full now. So 3-2 once again as Fullerton takes off, and Scheck takes it outside for ball 4. And you could tell Briggs certainly wanted that one as he started to walk off, but it misses just outside, and that's 2-out walks here in the top of the third, as big Johnny Graham steps up to the plate now, who has the lone RBI tonight off of a sacrifice fly, in the first inning. As that one is high and inside, as Graham leans back a little bit to take it for ball 1. So Graham, a great night at the plate last night. He went 4 for 5 with 4 singles, as that one catches the high and inside corner for strike 1. So with Fullerton on second and Scheck on first, count now 1-1 to Johnny Graham here with 2 outs. As Briggs looks back the runner at second. And fires the 1-1, and it is tapped down the third base line. But foul past Coach Groth over there. So 1-2 now to Johnny Graham, who has an RBI opportunity here with runners on first and second. With 2 outs here. As Briggs steps off to reset. Take a breath and get right back to it. So the 1-2 from Briggs. And it runs in on Johnny Graham. And he'll take his base on the hit by pitch. So base is loaded now for the Chinooks as Colby Ferris steps up to the plate. So Briggs struggling with control just a little bit here. After looking good to start this inning with 2 strikeouts. But has followed that up with 2 walks and hit by pitches. That one is tapped over, and it's going to be a tough play. Olmsted bobbles it, and Colby Ferris reaches. So took a tough hop there for Olmsted, and he is not able to handle it on a soft ground ball right in the gap between first and second. A perfectly placed ground ball. But the score will move to 2-0. As Matt Magno steps up to the plate now to look to keep things going here for the Chinooks. So that one is tapped right off the plate. And he tries to tag it. Oh my goodness, that one bounced right off home plate. And Magno just kind of stood there. And Briggs comes in, grabs it, and goes to tag Magno. And it looks like he ran into his catcher. And the ball flies behind home plate. And so 2 runs will come in to score.
Now batting, number 20, Cal Campbell.
That was... Well, I'm not sure exactly what that was. I've never seen anything quite like that, to be honest. But the Chinooks go up 4-0 here off of 2 Oilers errors. As that one is popped up behind home plate for strike 1 to Cal Campbell. So 1-1 now to Campbell with runners on the corners as he taps that one foul. So the 1-2 now to Campbell. Breaking ball in the dirt for ball 2. So 2-2 now to Campbell. That one is popped high, but drifts foul and well out of play. So Campbell stays alive as the count remains 2-2. As that ball is in the dirt for ball 3, and a good job there from Campbell to work the count full. And Magno takes off, but a ball to Campbell, so ball 4, and the bases are loaded once again for the Chinooks. As Justin Nevels steps up to the plate. looking to keep this inning going. As that first offering to Nevels catches the outside corner for strike one. And that one's upstairs. As count moves even at 1-1. So that one is popped straight up, but out of play over the press box here. So the count moves to 1-2 on Nevels. So 2 outs here, and the base is loaded. 1-2 pitch to Nevels, popped up again, but out of play, so he stays alive there. Good job from Nevels to spoil that one from Briggs and stay alive as he looks to add on to this Chinooks lead here. As that breaking ball catches the inside corner. As Nevels has a word with the umpire, but it looked like a cordial word as he just asked him about that call. And so the inning is over for the Chinooks, but not before a wild inning where, with the bases loaded, Colby Ferris reaches on an error. And then Matt Magno reaches on an error in one of the wildest plays I've ever seen. A ground ball right off the plate that stops not maybe 6 feet in front of home plate, and the pitcher comes on to grab it, but Magno didn't run out of the box. He was just kind of walking, and so the pitcher and catcher kind of collide, and the ball rolls all the way to the backstop. So 2 runs come in on that one, and the Chinooks extend their lead to 4-0 here as we go to the bottom of the third. And we are back here in the bottom of the third inning as the Chinooks now lead 4-0 off of a wild top of the third inning. But now pitching for the Chinooks is Carson Cody. Who is making his 6th appearance and 5th start of the year. As that one's in there for called strike one as the count moves even at 1-1. To the leadoff hitter, Cole Moore, for the Oilers. And that pitch misses outside. So the Chinooks employing kind of an opener strategy as Hayden Keller goes the first 2 innings. And that one catches the inside corner for strike 2. And now Carson Cody, who is a more usual starter, will come in relief. So that one is tapped just a little bit down the first base line, but foul, as Cole Moore is able to stay alive. So the 2-2 to Moore is inside, and the count moves full. So good eye there for Moore. So the 3-2 to Moore. Swung on, tapped over to second base. Cal Campbell bobbles it a little bit, and Moore beats it out. So Moore reaches on the error there. By Cal Campbell, as Cal had to make kind of a tough play, moving to his right. Had to field it with his backhand and bobble it just a little bit, as Cole is able to beat it out to reach base to lead off this inning. As that first pitch to Antonsen is outside for ball 1. As that one misses outside once again for ball 2. As Moore gets a conservative lead at first, and a breaking ball there from Carson Cody in for called strike 1, so a good bounce back pitch there. His count moves to 2-1. So that one is tapped and off the glove of Sheck, as Campbell over to recover it. A hard line drive as Josh Sheck at first base at the peak of his jump. Jumps up for it.
Now batting for the Kenai Oilers, number 7, Johnny Olmstead.
And not able to snag it as it ricochets off his glove. So with no outs here, runners on first and second to John Olmstead, who walked his first time up. And he squares to bunt. And with Cole Moore getting an aggressive secondary lead, Matt Magno fires it down to second, but Cole Moore takes off for third and he swipes it. So runners on the corners here as Josh Sheck corrals that throw over from Cody. And now Matt Magno goes out to give the signal for the first and third play for the defense. So with no outs here, runners on the corners, and the 0-1 pitch to Olmsted in the dirt, and a good block there from Magno. As Olmsted takes that breaking ball, and the count moves to 1-1. Oh, breaking ball there from Cody. Good pitch, but just missed the outside corner for ball 2. So 2 balls and 1 strike here to Johnny Olmsted, the second baseman for the Oilers, as that one misses outside. So 3-1 now to Olmsted. And misses. He appealed to first base, and they say no, he did not. So a walk will load the bases from Johnny Olmsted.
Stepping to the plate for the Oilers, number 18.
And that'll bring up number 18, Garrett Pennington. And you have to feel for Carson Cody here, as he hasn't really given up much solid contact yet, but nevertheless, the bases are loaded with no outs here, as that breaking ball is in the dirt. For ball 1 to Garrett Pennington, the cleanup hitter for the Oilers. And that'll bring out Troy Hervey for the Chinooks to talk things over with Carson Cody here. Maybe just settle him down, see how he's feeling. So the 1-0 from Cody here. High and inside for ball 2. And the fans not happy about that one, but I don't think any ill will was meant there from Carson Cody, as that's in there for called strike 1. So good bounce back pitch. This count moves to 2-1 to Garrett Pennington here. So the corners playing in for the Chinooks, as the middle infield playing at double play depth. So that breaking ball misses low. So 3-1 here to Pennington, as Cody in danger of walking in the first run for the Oilers, as Pennington calls time. As Cody takes a few deep breaths and then fires a 3-1 pitch, and swung on and missed by Pennington. So good pitch there from Carson Cody to work the count full. The 3-2 pitch. And I think that might have hit Pennington. But nevertheless, it would have been ball 4, so An RBI off of the walk there from Pennington as the bases remain loaded with no outs here. And the Chinooks lead is cut to 4-1 now. As that one is fouled high and out of play down the third base line by Dylan Ditzenberger, who walked his first time up. As that one misses just outside, so the count now 1-1 to Ditzenberger. So he looks to keep some momentum for the Oilers. And swung on and missed there, so good pitch from Carson Cody on a breaking ball in the dirt. Gets Ditzenberger to swing and miss. So 1-2 now to Ditzenberger. So that pitch is tapped straight back to Carson Cody. He fires home for the first out. And a bad throw from Magno in the dirt, but Sheck able to corral it. But the runner at first is safe. However, Carson Cody saves the run with a quick snag and fire to home. So Ditzenberger reaches on a fielder's choice with the first out coming at home plate. So score remains 4-1, and the bases remain loaded with one out now in the bottom of the third. A breaking ball misses just upstairs there to John Hanley, the designated hitter tonight. So ground ball is all Carson Cody needs to get out of this inning with one out here. So that one is fouled straight back past the catcher. So that one is driven high into center field, and it's over the head of Colby Ferris. So extra bases for Hanley here as the runner from second comes around. It's going to be a close play, but he is in there, and it gets by Magno. But a two-run double from John Hanley brings in two.
Now batting for the Oilers, number 19, Ben Grunberg.
For the Oilers, and the score moves to 4-3 now. So runners on second and third now with still just one out as that one misses upstairs. And that one is fouled straight back. So 1-1 now to Ben Grunberg. One ripped down the third base line, but foul past the third base coach there for the Oilers. So 1-2 now to Ben Grunberg, who grounded out his first time up in the second inning. As Carson Cody steps off to reset here. Fires it in, a ground ball up the middle to Mullins. And he fires over to first for the out. But a runner will come in. So the score now tied as Grunberger grounds out to the shortstop.
Now batting for the Oilers, number 10, Taylor Johnson.
And that brings up Taylor Johnson here with 2 outs, and the score now tied. That one is tapped over to Cal Campbell. He fields it cleanly. Fires over to first, so the Chinooks get out of this inning, but the Oilers strike for 4 runs in the bottom of the third, so the score tied once again. Going into the
Make sure you get your split the pot tickets.
Top of the fourth here.
6 for $5.
And we are back here in the top of the fourth as Leo Harris leads off for the Chinooks. See, he rips that one high into left field and deep, but it drifts out of play just past the Chinooks bullpen there. So great play as the left fielder heaves that ball back in to the dugout. As that one was fouled straight back by Leo Harris. So certainly seeing the ball well here, but just needs to straighten it out a little bit. So the 0-2 to Harris is popped up and out of play on a pitch that looks like it ran in on the hands of Harris. So good job there to spoil it and foul it off as that pitch misses downstairs for ball 1. So good eye to stay alive from Harris. Scout now 1 and 2. As that one is ripped over to third and fair. Harris got a chance to beat it out, but a good throw there from the third baseman Moore. As with Harris's speed, he was hustling down the line, but a step short as the throw beats him for the first out of the inning. So that'll bring up John Mark Mullins, who singled and came around to score in the first and then struck out in the third as that one is swung on and missed. So 0-1 now to Mullins. And another big swing and a miss. So 0-2 quickly here to Mullins as he calls time to reset. And another swing and a miss there, so he goes down on strikes for the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 7, Pete Fullerton.
So 2 outs, that brings up Pate Fullerton, who singled and walked, so 1 for 1 on the night. As that one misses outside. So 1-0 to Pate Fullerton. Swung on and driven over to the first baseman, but he fields it cleanly and steps on the bag for the third out of the inning. So 1-2-3 for the Chinooks as they head into the bottom of the fourth here, looking for a quick inning, looking to get their bats back out there and try and retake this lead. And we are back here in the bottom of the fourth inning
Number 6, Henry Novicki.
as the first baseman Henry Novicki steps up to the plate for the Oilers. And Carson Cody back out for his second inning of work as that one is swung on and missed by Novicki. For strike number 1. And that one fouled straight back past the catcher. So 0-2 quickly here to Henry Novicki. And big swing there, but looked like he just fouled it. So he stays alive, and the count stays at 0-2 as that one misses outside. So good eye there. And now 1-2 to Nowicki. As that one is tapped down the first base line softly, but just foul. So really a wild game that we've seen so far here tonight. With the score at 4-4, we have only 3 hits between the two teams. As that one is inside. And the count moves to 2-2. So quite a few walks and 2 errors for each team. As that one is swung on and missed, and a great pitch from Carson Cody to get Nowicki swinging for his second strikeout of the night. And that'll bring up the leadoff. Number 14, Cole Moore, who reached on an error in his previous at-bat and started that rally for the Oilers. So that one is swung on and missed. So Carson Cody really hitting his spots here. As that pitch is outside. As the count moves even at 1-1. As that pitch misses just inside. A good spot there, certainly from Cody, but misses on the inside corner. That one is ripped into center. A looping line drive that John Mark snags out of the air. That one certainly looked like a base hit, but it had a whole lot of topspin, so John Mark able to snag it out of the air for the second out of the inning.
For the Oilers, number 24, Trevor Antonsen.
So 2 down now brings up Trevor Antonsen, the shortstop. As that one is high and inside. And swung on and missed from Antonsen there, so the count moves even at 1-1. So Carson Cody working very quickly here. That one is tapped right down the third base line, and miscommunication there, so Antonsen will beat out that swinging bunt for an infield single. About as
Now batting for the Finesse Oilers,
perfectly
number
placed
7,
as you could have it.
Olmstead.
Right in between the catcher, third baseman, and pitcher, so none of them really had a good play on it. And Antonsen will beat it out for an infield single, so 2-out single for Antonsen. Brings up Johnny Olmstead, the second baseman, who's walked twice so far tonight, and that first pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1. So 0-1 from Cody. Good pitch, but just misses the outside corner, evening the count at 1-1. So Olmstead walked in the first inning, as that one is fired over to first, but Antonsen makes it back safely. And Olmstead walked in the third and eventually came around to score. As another pick off to first, but Antonsen makes it back safely. the 1-1. Driven up the middle. Gonna be a tough play, and John Mark flips it to Cal Campbell at second base. So Carson Cody with a quick inning here. And the Chinooks look to get something going on offense here in the top of the 5th. And we are back here in the top of the 5th as Josh Scheck leads things off for the Chinooks and takes that one upstairs for ball 1. And that one inside for ball 2. So Scheck up early quickly here. And inside once again for ball 3, so 3-0 quickly to Scheck as he looks to work his second walk of the game, as that one is ripped down the first base line, but just foul. He absolutely turned on that 3-0 pitch. As count moves to 3-1. And outside, so Scheck with his second walk of the night leads things off for the Chinooks here in the 5th inning. And that brings up Johnny Graham, who is technically 0 for 0 on the night with a sac fly and a hit by pitch. So that one is flown deep into right field. The right fielder going back at the wall and makes the catch on the warning track. A deep shot there from Johnny Graham as he just missed a 2-run home run, but good play from the right fielder there to track it down for the first out of the inning. So that'll bring up Colby Ferris with one out here and a runner on first in the top of the 5th. And that one is driven high into left field. Pennington going back at the wall, and it is out of here! A 2-run bomb from Colby Ferris puts the Chinooks back up on top as he jogs around and High fives Coach Groth, and his teammates congratulate him at home plate. So I believe his second home run of the year has the Chinooks up 6-4 here in the 5th inning. And Ben Briggs' day will be done. So after the bomb from Colby Ferris, the Oilers looking to make a call to their bullpen. And so now pitching for the Oilers after the 2-run bomb from Colby Ferris is number 30, Lee Atkinson. As that one is tapped up the middle by Matt Magno. Going to be a tough play for the shortstop, and he fields it cleanly and fires off of 1 foot to get Magno for the second out of the inning. And that brings up number 20, Cal Campbell, who is 0 for 1 on the night with a line out and a walk, as he takes that one for called strike 1. And a good breaking ball there from Atkinson. He pulled the chair on Campbell there. Is Campbell now down 0-2. Another good breaking ball in the dirt, but Johnson tags out Campbell. And so the Chinooks are retired, but not before a huge 2-run bomb from Colby Ferris that just got over the left field wall and gave the Chinooks their second lead of the game, as they have retaken the lead here in the top of the 5th. And we are back here in the bottom of the fifth, as Garrett Pennington leads off for the Oilers, and Carson Cody out for his third inning of work as that one is grounded over to Cal Campbell. He bobbles it and fires over to first for the first out of the inning. So a bit of trouble tonight for the usually sure-handed Campbell at second, but he gets the out there for the first out of the inning. And a quick out for Cody. Sounds in for called strike one. So Ditzenberger now up to the plate for the Oilers as he takes that one inside. And the count moves to 1-1. So Ditzenberger 0 for 1 on the night, but has reached base both times. Once on a walk and then on a fielder's choice. So 2-1 now to Ditzenberger. Low and maybe a bit inside. This count moves to 3-1. So 3-1 count now to Ditzenberger. Swung on and fouled high and out of play down the third base line.
Brought to you by Eyewear Express.
So the count moves full to Dylan Ditzenberger. So that one is tapped foul. Straight back. So he stays alive. And the count remains full. And that one misses inside. Gets by Campbell, so he jogs back to make sure the runner doesn't advance to second. Off of the one-out walk from Dylan Ditzenberger. And that'll bring up John Hanley. With one out here and a runner on first base. So Ditzenberger gets his lead at first and he takes off. The throw from Magno is high and it gets by. And Ditzenberger takes off for third, and he'll be there easily. So Magno very upset with himself on that one, as that throw misses a bit high. And Hanley is able to, Ditzenberger is able to move all the way to third. So that foul ball from John Hanley moves the count to 0-2 now. As the pitch where Ditzenberger he took off was a strike, as that one is driven right up the middle. Going to be a tough play for Campbell, and he got him at first, but that brings in a runner. So the Oilers cut the Chinooks lead back down to 1. So a good play from Campbell to get the out, but not before Ditzenberger comes in for the score. As that one is in there for called strike one to Ben Grunberg now. And that one is popped into shallow right field. Tough play for Campbell, and that will be a 2-out single for Ben Grunberg, as that was kind of a soft floating
Batting for the Oilers,
line
number 10,
drive
Taylor Johnson.
as Campbell couldn't quite reach it. So a single for Ben Grunberg. So 2 outs now, runner on first. That brings up Taylor Johnson, the catcher out of USC. And that drills him. And Coach Hervey comes out. Looks to chat something over. I'm not sure exactly what. And the third base coach and Coach Hervey are
Now batting for the
chatting
Oilers,
something
number 6,
over. I'm not sure
Henry
exactly what.
Novicki.
But that'll bring up Henry Novicki, the first baseman now, with runners on first and second and 2 out. As that one misses just inside. Not a bad pitch there from Cody. So 0-1 now to Novicki, who is 0 for 2 tonight with 2 strikeouts. As that one is swung on and missed. So a good pitch there from Carson Cody to even the count now. As that one is swung on and missed. So 1-2 now to Novicki. So the 1-2 pitch. Catches the outside corner for strike 3. And Carson Cody gives a little celebration there and walks off the field. A great job there to get Novicki on strikes for the 3rd time tonight. And get out of that jam without allowing any more damage. But the Oilers score 1 and cut the Chinooks lead to 6-5 through 5 innings here in Kenai. And we are back here in the top of the 6th inning as Justin Nevels leads things off for the Chinooks, as Atkinson back out for his second inning. In relief of the starter for the Oilers tonight, Ben Briggs, as that one misses downstairs, and Nevels up quickly 2-0. As that one catches the inside corner. So 2-1 now to Nevels. That one is tapped over to third base. Moore fields it cleanly, and a good throw over to first will retire Nevels for the first out of the inning. So that will bring up Leo Harris, who is 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout and a ground out. So certainly looking to change that here with a very slow breaking ball that misses downstairs for ball one. That one is driven into right field, but he settles under it to make the play. Does Grunberg. So Harris down for the second out of the inning. And that will bring up John Mark Mullins, who is 1 for 3 on the night with a single. As that one is fouled off over by the Chinooks dugout off of a check swing by Mullins. So strike one to him. As that breaking ball is swung on and missed. A good change of pace breaking ball there from Atkinson. Looks to have a big velocity drop from his fastball. So that one is tapped over a shortstop. It's going to be a tough play as Mullins hustling down the line. And he is out at first. A good play there from Antonsen. Will retire the side for the Chinooks. So they go down 1, 2, 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Peninsula Oilers would like to take a
And
moment
they
and
will
ask
look
any
to hang on to this
or
lead going into the
in attendance today to please rise.
top,
We'd love to recognize you.
or excuse me, the bottom here of the sixth inning. And we are back here in the bottom of the sixth as Cole Moore leads it off for the Oilers. As that first pitch from Cody misses outside for ball one. And outside once again. So 2-0 quickly here to Cole Moore, who is 0 for 3 on the night. With a ground out and a line out, and reached on an error in the third. That one is outside, and the count moves to 3-0. As that one catches the outside corner. So Cody trying to bounce back in this at-bat here. As it's now 3-1, and swung on and missed there by Moore. A good pitch from Carson Cody as the count moves full. So the 3-2 pitch just misses, and Matt Magno wanted that one. He thought it caught the inside corner, but nothing doing as Cole Moore earns a leadoff walk. So that brings up Trevor Antonsen with no outs here. So he squares to bunt, and it goes foul. So not a bad bunt there from Antonsen, but it gets just foul. As the count now 0-1. And he squares to bunt again, very early. And he pulls back because that one is just a bit outside. With Pate Fullerton playing very close now, right on the edge of the infield grass there at third. So that one is ripped down the third baseline with Cole Moore taking off. So Moore will head back to first, and the count moves to 1-2. And that was kind of a dangerous play there with Fullerton playing so close at third, and looked like Antonsen was swinging all the way, as that one is driven high into right center field, but Neville settles under it and makes the play as Cole Moore looking to tag from first base, but he holds as the throw from Neville's would have easily gotten him. So with one out now, Johnny Olmstead up to bat for the Oilers. That one is ripped down the third baseline and into the Chinooks bullpen for the first strike. So Cody, with a little ground ball here, could work out of this inning. So the 0-1 to a ground ball over to shortstop. Mullins fires to second and over to first for the double play. So Carson Cody does just that, a double play to Mullins that he Took a second getting out of his glove, but fired cleanly over to Campbell, who had a very quick turn, and over to first for the double play. So a 1-2-3 inning here for the Chinooks in the bottom of the sixth, as they look to get something going here in the top of the seventh and build on this 6-5 lead. And we are back here as Pate Fullerton leads off the seventh inning for the Chinooks and takes that one for called strike one from Atkinson. And that one's in the dirt. As the umpire beats Sheck to the foul ball. As that one is tapped off the foot of Fullerton. As now the umpire will go out to the Atkinson and give Pate a minute to walk off that one. And he looks to be all right, so they'll get right back to it. So 1-2 now to Fullerton. So that one is tapped over to left field, and it is down for a base hit. A looping pop-up that got right in between the shortstop and left fielder for a leadoff single for Pate Fullerton. So he is 2 for 3 on the day. And that brings up Josh Sheck. So with no outs here, Pate Fullerton on first base. And Josh Sheck at the plate. So the first offering from Atkinson is upstairs for ball one. So Sheck tonight, 0 for 1 with a strikeout and 2 walks, both of which came around to score. As that one is in the dirt. And Sheck up now 2-0. So good hitter's count for Sheck. Looking for a good pitch to drive here. And at the very least, move that runner around. Or possibly even bring him in. That one is slicing past the shortstop, and it gets into the left center gap. Fullerton digging for third, as Sheck is on with a single now. So back-to-back singles for the Chinooks to lead off the seventh, has runners on the corners and no outs. As the shortstop playing very close to second base on that one, and a hard hit ground ball gets just past his outstretched glove. So Sheck is on for the third time tonight, and that brings up big Johnny Graham, the designated hitter in the 4-hole tonight for the Chinooks. As that first pitch is outside. So with Fullerton at third and Sheck at first, the 1-0 pitch here to Johnny Graham is in the dirt for ball 2. So once again, a good hitter's count for Johnny Graham. As Atkinson struggling to find the zone a little bit. That one is driven into center field, and it'll get into the left center gap, and Fullerton will come in to score. Graham digging for second, and he is in with a double. So an RBI double for Johnny Graham has the Chinooks up 7-5, and looking for more here with runners on second and third, and no outs still.
Now batting number 25, Colby Ferris.
And that'll bring up Colby Ferris, who is 1 for 3 on the night with that big 2-run home run in the 5th inning, as that one is popped straight up and out of play down the first base line.
That foul ball brought to you by Eric and Jenna Fabian.
So Ferris gave the Chinooks that lead in the 5th, which they have now built upon and look to continue building upon. As that breaking ball is in the dirt, a good stop by Johnson. As it kind of gets away from him, but close enough to keep the runners at bay. So 1-1 now to Ferris. As that is in there for called strike 2. So 1-2 now to Ferris with no outs and runners on second and third. Breaking ball in the dirt for a swinging strike 3. So Ferris goes down on strikes for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Matt Magno.
Now batting number 17, Matt Magno.
So an RBI opportunity here for Magno. We have the runners on second and third. That breaking ball, 55-foot curveball in the dirt for ball 1. So the 1-0 pitch to Magno. Outside for ball 2. So once again, a good hitter's count. As Magno will look to get something into the outfield and drive in those 2 runs. And that one is outside once again. So the infield playing in here on the grass, which is a bit odd, but the 3-0 pitch here to Magno. It catches the outside corner. So 3-1 now. So 3-1 offering. Swung on and ripped down the first base line. Bounces off something over there and all the way back onto the field. But a foul ball moves the count full. So the 3-2 pitch here to Magno with 1 out. Breaking ball in the dirt as Magno draws the walk. So he loads the bases. And that'll bring up Cal Campbell.
Now batting number 20, Cal Campbell.
The second baseman here for the Chinooks. With only 1 out and the bases loaded as they lead now 7-5. And they have a great opportunity to build on that lead. As that first pitch to Campbell is high. 4-1. And that one is downstairs. So 2-0 quickly to Campbell. So he'll look to get something into the gap here on a good hitter's count. As that one is also downstairs, so I'm sure he would also take a walk, as that would bring in a run as well for the Chinooks with the bases loaded here. It's just about as good as a single at this point. As that one is downstairs, so a walk for Cal Campbell will bring in Josh Sheck from third, and the Chinooks now lead 8-5.
Now batting number 9, Justin Nevels.
And that brings up Justin Nevels, who I'm sure will probably be taking this pitch, as that one is in the dirt. As Atkinson now really struggling to find the zone. That is 6 straight balls and 2 straight walks. So the 1-0 out of Nevels. Swung on and popped up. And out of play. So count moves even to 1-1 now to Justin Nevels. As that pitch is swung on and missed. A good pitch there from Atkinson. Gets Nevels down now 1-2. So a 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. A good eye there from Nevels. And a good job to hold on that one. As I think that one bounced up and caught the catcher Johnson in the chin, maybe. So the home plate umpire sweeping off first and just kind of buying some time for Johnson to take a quick breather. But now we are back at it. So the 2-2 pitch to Nevels is in there for a called strike 3. So Nevels goes down on strikes.
TCOB hot shots.
And that'll bring out the pitching coach for the Oilers. He looks to talk things over here. Maybe just discussing the signs with a runner on second. So now Leo Harris steps up to the plate with the bases loaded and now 2 outs. As that one is upstairs for ball 1. So Atkinson certainly throwing a lot of pitches here in this inning. As that one is downstairs. Just missed that one for ball 2. So good eye from Harris. as he's worked a good hitter's count here. And that one misses again downstairs. So 3-0 to Harris, as a walk here would bring in another run and extend this Chinooks lead. So 3-0 to Harris. Right down the middle for a called strike one, but I think Harris was taking all the way there. So 3-1 now to Harris. And that one misses outside. So Harris draws a walk and brings in another run for the Chinooks, as they now lead 9-5, and that will trigger a call to the bullpen for the Oilers. And so now into pitch for the Kenai Peninsula Oilers is the lefty out of George Mason, number 2, Dylan Crowley. So the left-handed pitcher coming up to the coming into pitch now, John Mark Mullins will bat in the right-handed batter's box, as that first pitch is in for called strike one. So bases loaded here with 2 outs still, and John Mark Mullins taps that one down third base line and foul. So 0-2 to Mullins here.
That foul ball brought to you by OSMI Ocean Marine Services.
So 0-2 here to John Mark Mullins. So he looks to stay alive and keep this rally going. So a breaking ball that just misses Mullins there. So count moves to 1-2. And that breaking ball misses just outside. And the count moves to 2-2. So 2-2 now to Mullins with 2 outs here. So that one is ripped into left field, and it is down for a base hit. 1 run will score, and the second being waved home, and Cal Campbell will score from second. So a 2-run RBI single from John Mark Mullins will keep this inning going for the Chinooks.
Now batting number 7, Nate Fullerton.
And now for the second time tonight, Paige Fullerton will step up, or for the second time this inning, I should say. Paige Fullerton will step up to the plate as that one is taken outside for ball 1. And that one downstairs for ball 2. So the Chinooks now lead 11-5 off of the 2-out single from John Mark Mullins that brought in 2. And the Chinooks now look to continue this. That's in there for called strike 2, Paige Fullerton. And a called strike 2, so the count even at 2-2 now. As Harris dances around at second, and that one is driven high and deep into right field. And it will one-hop the wall, so 1 run will score. Mullins being waved around from first, and he will score. Paige Fullerton in with a triple to bring in 2 more runs for the Chinooks, and they now lead 13-5. So Paige Fullerton with a big 2-out triple here as the Chinooks just keep pounding it on. And that'll bring up Josh Scheck. And he rips that one, and it's high and out of play down the first base line. So 0-1 now to Scheck as Fullerton gets his lead at third. As that breaking ball misses downstairs, evening the count at 1-1. And another breaking ball downstairs for ball 2. So 2-1 now to Scheck. So he rips that one, and it's through into left center field for a base hit. And that'll bring in Fullerton for another 2-out RBI single for Josh Scheck.
Now batting number 22, Johnny Graham.
As the Chinooks extend their lead now to 14-5. As Johnny Graham steps up to the plate now after doubling earlier in this inning. And that first pitch is downstairs for ball 1. So the 1-0 to Graham. Breaking ball that looks like it got away from Crowley there, as it is upstairs for ball 2. So the catcher goes out and looks to talk it over. that one misses for ball 3. So 3 and out now to Johnny Graham, and upstairs, so a walk now. And that'll bring up Colby Ferris.
Now batting number 25, Colby Ferris.
As that one misses for ball 1. And a big swing and a miss there from Ferris, evening the count at 1-1. That one is fouled back and off one of these posts, and it bounces back onto the field. So 1-2 now to Ferris. As action once again in the Oilers bullpen. That one is popped up high into very shallow center field, and Olmstead is there to end the inning. So the inning's over for the Chinooks, but not before they strike for 8 off of 4 walks and 6 hits. The Chinooks score 8 here in the 7th inning and jump out to a 14-5 lead going into the bottom of the 7th inning. And we are back here in the bottom of the 7th as Garrett Pennington leads off for the Oilers. And Carson Cody back out now for his 5th inning of work. Coming in relief of the opener, Hayden Keller. So that one is a broken bat over to Fullerton, and he stumbles and is not able to make the play. So Pennington will reach on the error.
Now batting for the Peninsula, number 9, Dylan Ditzenberger.
And that'll bring up the center fielder, Dylan Ditzenberger, with no outs and a runner on first. As that one catches the inside corner for called strike 1. That one is driven into center field. Colby Ferris back and turns and makes the catch. So a great play from Colby Ferris there in center field as he had to go way back and track that ball, but he makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
Fans, get your split the pot tickets out. We have a winner. Split the pot.
And that brings up John Hanley, the designated hitter for the Oilers tonight. He is 1 for 3 tonight. With a strikeout, ground out, and a 2 RBI double in the third. As that pitch misses downstairs for ball 1. So the 1-0 pitch from Cody. Popped straight up. And drifting back at the fence. And Magno there to make the play. As Pennington does a fake tag at first. But quickly back to first base. So 2 down now.
Good for $169. Congratulations. Now at the plate, number 19, Ben Grunberg.
So that'll bring up Ben Grunberg with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. As that one is driven into right center field. And Harris is there for the play. So Harris certainly showing his range there, as that one looked like almost certainly a hit in the gap, but it tails just a bit, and Harris is there to retire the side for the Oilers. So a quick inning there for Carson Cody. And the Siders retired, so we head into the 8th with the Chinooks leading 14-5. And we are back here in the top of the 8th as Matt Magno leads off. And that pitch is outside for ball 1. That one is tapped over third base. Moore fields it and fires on to first. And Magno is retired for the first out of the inning.
Now batting number 20, Cal Campbell.
So that'll bring up Cal Campbell, number 20. We have one out here as he taps that one over to second base, excuse me. And a quick throw over from Olmstead there. And a good play will retire Cal Campbell for the second out of the inning. So 2 quick outs there will bring up Justin Nevels. As he takes a called strike 1. Swing and a miss there. We'll put Neville's down 0-2. As Crowley working very quickly. And missing that one outside. And so 1-2 now. To Neville's in the top of the 8th here. That one is tapped softly over by the Chinooks dugout there for, well, I guess the count stays at 1-2. That one is ripped over to the shortstop. Tilson fields it, and a quick throw over to first. Retires the side for the Chinooks, so a quick 1-2-3 inning. And the Chinooks are back out there looking to hang on to this lead as they lead 14-5 going into the bottom of the 8th. And we are back here in the bottom of the 8th.
Bottom of the 8th for the Oilers. Number 10, Taylor Johnson.
And now pitching for the Chinooks is number 31, Josh Harrell. Making his 11th appearance of the season. As that one misses inside for ball 1. So Harrell today comes in with a 1.54 ERA. And he has established himself as one of the primary relievers out of the pen for the Chinooks, as he looks to maintain this lead and finish the game for the Chinooks here. So 1-1 now to Taylor Johnson, the catcher, as that one misses for ball 2. That one is ripped into straightaway center field, and Kobe Ferris settles underneath of it to make the play for out number 1.
Now batting for the Vanessa Oilers, number 6, Henry Novicki.
And that brings up the first baseman, Henry Nowicki, who already has a hat trick tonight. That one is flown very high, but foul down the left field line for strike one. So the 0-1 pitch from Harrell here. Downstairs for ball one. So 1-1 now to Nowicki. As Harrell takes a sign, comes set, and fires the 1-1, and it is driven into fairly straightaway center once again as Colby Ferris settles underneath it to make the play for out number two. So 2 up and 2 down here.
For the other, number 14, Cole Moore.
Brings up the leadoff hitter, Cole Moore, for the Oilers. As Harrell fires the first offering just a bit downstairs for ball one. So Moore today 0 for 3, but has reached on a walk and an error. As Magno looks over to I think what was an air horn from someone in the stands. And now the umpire is looking down that way as they blew the air horn again right when Josh Harrell goes into his delivery. So the umpire says cut it out. And that one misses inside. So 3-1 now to Moore. That one is ripped over to first base, but a nice scoop from Sheck as he steps on first, and the side is retired for the Oilers. So 1-2-3 inning for Josh Harrell. And the Chinooks will head into the 9th inning looking to finish this game out here. And we are back here in the top of the 9th as Leo Harris leads things off for the Chinooks. first pitch from Crowley misses outside and gets away from Johnson for ball one. And that one again misses a bit outside and gets away from Crowley for gets away from Johnson, for ball two. And that one low. So 3-0 quickly here to Leo Harris. And he takes that one upstairs for 4-pitch walk.
Now batting for the Chinooks, number 5, Patty McCormick.
And so now pinch hitting for the Chinooks is number 5, Patty McCormick, as he swings and misses on that first pitch for strike one. That one is popped up high and back out of play for strike number 2. So Patty down quickly now 0-2 with Harris on first, as that one misses upstairs for ball one. And a good job there from McCormick to spoil the off-speed pitch as he fouls that one back to stay alive. And the count remains at 1-2. And a swing and a miss there as Johnson throws back to first, trying back pick Harris, but he makes it back safely. However, Patty McCormick goes down on strikes for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up now another pinch hitter, number 8, Joe Brazil.
Number 8, Joe Brazil.
Who will step in place of Pate Fullerton here. And Leo Harris takes off for second. So that's in for called strike 1. And so Harris swipes second without a throw. And so 1 now to Joe Brazil. And that one misses outside and gets away from Harris. Or gets away from Johnson, excuse me. As Harris stays put at second. On is fouled straight back off the netting here behind home plate. So the count is moved even at 2-2. And another one fouled straight back as Joe Brazil stays alive. So 2-2 here to Brazil. And that breaking ball misses well outside for ball 3. So full count now to Brazil as he's Done a good job of staying alive in this count here. And that one is ripped up the middle. And a good play from Antonsen as he moving to his left field to cleanly and fires over to first to get Brazil, but Harris is able to advance to
Now batting number 35, John.
third on the play. And that brings up Josh Sheck, who is back in the right-handed batter's box now. That one is ripped in between shortstop and the third baseman. And that'll bring in Leo Harris for a 2-out RBI single for Josh Sheck, and he stays hot for his third hit of the night.
Now batting number 22, Johnny Graham.
And so Johnny Graham steps up to the plate now, with 2 outs, and taps that one over to second. And he will step on the bag to end the inning. So the Chinooks score one more here and extend their lead to 15-5 going into the bottom of the ninth inning here.
And streaming live at Radio Kenai.
And we are back here in the bottom of the ninth as Trevor Antonsen leads off for the Oilers with Josh Harrell back out for his second inning of work. So that one is lined into center field, and it gets down for a base hit. So after the pinch hits in the top of the inning, Patty McCormick fills in at short, and Joe Brazil now plays third. And pinch hitting for the Oilers is number 20, Tanner Using, as he swings and misses on that first pitch. As that one is looped into right field, and Harris comes in to make the catch for the first out of the inning. So 1 down now with the runner on first. Brings up the left fielder, Garrett Pennington.
Batting number 18, Garrett Pennington.
As that one misses for ball 1. So the 1-0 here to Pennington as the runner takes off. And a foul ball right down the first base line. And it stayed right on the line, almost all the way down, but about a foot or two foul. So 1-1 now to Garrett Pennington. And a breaking ball there from Harrell misses a bit outside. And Magno asks for a new ball. So 2-1 now to Pennington as Antonsen gets his lead at first. And that one is ripped into deep left center field, and it is out of here. So a 2-run blast from Garrett Pennington here cuts the Chinooks lead to 8 in the bottom of the 9th here. And that brings up Dylan Ditzenberger with 1 down now in the bottom of the 9th. As that one misses upstairs for ball 1. And that one is very high, floating over and out of play down the first base line for strike 1. So 1-1 now to Ditzenberger. That one is ripped down the first base line, but tailing foul, and that one also would have been gone had it stayed fair, but drifts just foul. So 1-2 now to Ditzenberger. As he swings and misses. So a good bounce back there from Harrell as he gets Ditzenberger on strikes.
Now batting for the Vanessa Oilers, designated hitter number 29, John Hanley.
And that brings up John Hanley, the designated hitter for the Oilers. With 2 outs now in the bottom of the 9th. And a big swing and a miss there from Hanley. As he was looking straight down the third base line on the end of that swing. And a breaking ball just misses the outside corner of the plate for ball 1. So 1-1 now to John Hanley. As that pitch misses outside. Good take from Hanley as it looked like he wanted that one, but was able to hold back, and count moves to 2-1. And And that pitch misses upstairs. So 3-1 now to Hanley. A good hitter's count. And a big swing and a miss there from Hanley to move the count full as Josh Harrell does his usual squat and then comes set. And time is called, but Harrell fires it in as the umpire ducks out of the way just in case. So full count now as Josh Harrell fires it in. And a deep fly ball drifting over and lands in the Chinooks bullpen there. So the count remains full.
That foul ball brought to you by Cameron and Brendan Fry.
As Justin Nevels was hustling over there to make the play, but it drifted out of play. So another 3-2 pitch. Fouled straight back and off the netting here. As Hanley stays alive. And the count remains at 3-2. So another 3-2 pitch is in the dirt. A good breaking ball there from Josh Harrell, but an even better take from John Hanley as he reaches with a 2-out walk.
19, Ben Grunberg.
And that brings up number 19, Ben Grunberg. As that one is on the outside corner for called strike one. So the 0-1 now to Grunberg. Swung on and popped high and drifting out of play. Down the first base line, so 0-2 now. As Hanley takes his short lead over at first there, just a step or two, honestly. And the 0-2 pitch now to Grunberg. Swung on and fouled, backing out of play again. So Grunberg able to spoil that pitch and stay alive.
Jerry and Sharon Hale.
And 0-2 still here to Grunberg. As on the check swing, that is fouled back behind the catcher. So Grunberg stays alive. So the 0-2 once again as Harrell comes set. And fires inside for ball one. So a good take there as the umpire has a word with the catcher and the batter. Looks like a little joke or something between the three of them. But the count now 1-2. As that breaking ball is in the dirt. So a good at-bat here now from Ben Grunberg as he's battled back from 0-2 to even the count now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the ninth. 2-2 pitch, swung on, driven into deep center field. Colby Ferris going back and makes the play, and the game is over. So the Chinooks win this one in convincing fashion, and that is a huge bounce back win for them. And so they take game 4 of the 5-game series here and get themselves back into the winning column after dropping 3 straight. So a big momentum win there for the Chinooks, as they will certainly look to keep things going tomorrow and finish out this long Kenai trip with a win here.
Be sure to drive safely. Enjoy
So
we'll see you tomorrow for more Oilers baseball.
The final score here tonight is Chinooks 15, Oilers 7, and we will be right back here tomorrow at 5 p.m. Note the time change, 5 p.m. instead of the usual 6 p.m. for the final game of this 5-game stretch. So my name is Aaron Davis, and I appreciate all of you listening in, and I hope you had a good times. And so tomorrow, I believe, will be my last day calling before old T. Lopes gets back. Tyler Lopes, our usual broadcaster. So I hope you've enjoyed your time with me, and we have one more game tomorrow. And once again, I appreciate your support, and I will see you tomorrow.